Hi, everybody. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about necklace sizing today. This is something that I didn't used to think was a big deal, but in today's age of having so many offerings online and trying to figure it out, has anybody been on Etsy or any online shopping platform and tried to figure out what a necklace is actually going to look like on you or on the person you're buying it for, and you just get frustrated. You're like, forget it, I'll look at something else. So I wanted to talk to you about necklace lengths. We'll go over terms. That's not as important. Maybe it is a little bit if that's in the description or if you're searching for it. But when it comes down to it, it is a good idea to know the actual length. So first of all, I actually used to think, here, I'm going to stand up for this so that you can see a little bit better. So this length up here, I actually always thought was called a choker. It is not. It is a collar length. This falls an average of 14 inches. Now, I'm a compact person and my neck is not super big. So, and people do have different size necks. You may have figured this out. So the way something looks on you may be different than the way it looks like on the model if they do show it a picture on a person. It helps, but it's not foolproof. So the shortest being the collar, that is an average of 14 inches. It could be 13 and a half. It could be 14 and a half. Usually it's not a lot more than that. It is good for you to actually know your neck circumference. So especially if you're interested in a higher necklace like this, okay? This next one down here that falls right at the base of the throat, that is actually called a choker. Okay, so this little mermaid tail right here, this is considered a choker. Okay, now on certain neck sizes, this could actually be more like here, okay? Or if you're looking for a younger girl, like this necklace would actually be great for a younger girl, this cute little mermaid necklace. This would actually fall more like here, more like this one's called a princess length, more like a princess length on a younger girl, okay? So, and these are good for layering. Layering's kind of in right now, so this is also a good idea for if you're looking at a few complementary or layering options. The most of my necklaces are a princess length, this one right here. This is a 17 inch. Now on some people, this 17 inch is going to ride higher on them. On some, it's going to be a little bit lower. Princess average is 18 inches. So this is actually a little bit short. That's, again, it's because I'm kind of a compact person. I like where this sits on me. Whereas some of you would find it a little bit too short. Now, that doesn't mean princess length is too short. It just means that 17 inches in princess is too short, whereas 18 inches may be your ideal. Okay. The next length is called matinee. That's this one right here. This is a 20 inch. And the 20 inch to about 20, 21, sometimes even 19. Like for me, a 19 inch is going to fall where on other people a 20 or a 21 inch is exactly where they want it. And that's just at the bust line. Now notice how for me this actually goes over my shirt, okay? And this isn't a high cut shirt. This shirt is falling right at the top of my bust line. So if this necklace was actually, here, then I'd be losing, if they had a pendant, I'd be losing the pendant in the mix here. So anyway, the matinee, which is a nice, for some people, this is the perfect length for them, a 20 inch. And I know a lot of people who really, really love to have a necklace that falls just right at their bust line. It's just, again, the reason I go with the princess is because I really want to focus on the pendant. So with my necklaces that I make, you're going to see a lot of the princess, and that's because I want to make sure that the pendant itself is really in the foreground and that it's catching people's eye. So this necklace is a layered necklace. These two here are actually from thrift stores. They're little vintage necklace purchases. This one right here is layered, and it shows you two different lengths of a longer necklace option called Opera. Opera is it's a really long range. It's anywhere from 28 inches to 36 inches, which is quite a bit. The 28 inches or so, that's going to fall, this actually scooched back on me. Here we go. That's going to fall right at your bust line. Okay. Up to 36 inches is going to fall a couple of inches below your bust line. Now, the one length that I do not have that one last long length is 36 to 42 inches, which is called rope. Okay, that will go all the way down to like your belly button. Some people might wear it that long. Others would wrap it around so you have more of a choker or collar with. Once it's draped, it would actually come down to like a long opera at that length. All right, so those are some examples of different lengths of necklaces. What I'm going to do is I have a couple of graphics that I found. I'm going to share those in the comments here so you can actually reference those. And I'm also going to do a blog post about this as well because I do think it's so important. One other thing that you can look for is you can look for an extender on necklaces. This is something sometimes you can buy separately at the place you buy your necklace. That's something I'm going to start doing, is offering a necklace, hi Judy, offering a necklace extender of 2 inches. And that way it takes some of the concern out of, oh, I just made this purchase, I have to wait for it to get to me. Then when it gets to me, what if it's the wrong length? You can also sometimes find some that will have an extra inch or so on there that you can choose your exact length. That's really handy too. So those are just some ideas for you. And one other idea, find a necklace that you have that you feel like fits you right, is the right length, and measure that length. If you're like, this is my perfect necklace length, this is what I really like, measure that out and you'll know exactly what length that you are looking for. And that seems like it's kind of like a no-brainer, but it is the simplest possible thing you can do. And most artists or handmade jewelry, any of that, you can contact the owner and sometimes request a custom or ask a clarifying question, ask if they have an extender. So you don't just give up on a really beautiful piece just because you're not 100% sure how it's going to look on you. If you are buying this for someone, if you're close enough to them proximity-wise that you can actually snag their favorite necklace and take the length, measure the length of it out, then that's a really good way. That's what I do a lot of times. I'll get a spouse or boyfriend or, a significant other who gets a hold of me and says, okay, I really want to get this for them. And we start talking length, and I say, go sneak into her stash, find one of her favorite necklaces and actually measure it for me. And that way I can make the best recommendation for you. And if I'm doing it custom, I'll make that exact length. So anyway, I'm not the only one who is very willing to work with their customers. So whether it's me or whether it's a different jewelry designer, just ask. That goes a long way. Okay, well, I hope everyone is doing really well. Let's keep all of the people down south in prayer who are being hit with this really massive storm. It's a pretty big deal. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. Just wanted to let them know that we're thinking about them and keeping them in our prayers. Everybody, have a great week. Until next time.